Thanks for waiting, everybody. I promised you an interview, and here it is.
So I am with a local real estate agent. I'm going to let her introduce herself.
Hi, I'm Lori Chastain with Remax Town and Country. I'm out of the LOJ office.
And you do your own remodeling too?
I do a lot of it, but yeah, I've learned to do a lot of trim work, and I do all the design and the decor choices. Typically, people buy and sell every 5 to 6 years. I did not know that until I became a realtor, but that's a trend. But people that bought 6 years ago were buying during COVID, so they have those unbelievable interest rates, and they really don't want to give those up. So they're more into remodeling now if they're going to stay in their home, modernizing it, maybe adding on. And otherwise, up in my area in the mountains, a lot of people are looking for Airbnbs or vacation homes.
Okay, let's talk about trends. One of our biggest sellers is doors. What do people do with their doors? What do you see them?
They're going with dark color doors. Black is very popular. I am seeing in the new modern kind of cabins, some of the doors like you have that are a lot of glass and iron. Love that. The interior doors are going darker. As far as trends, no more absolutely gray people. No, it's absolutely not. No, like I said, people are looking for homes that are going to be able to market for Airbnbs. So you've got to have the wow factor.
So they're moving away from neutrality and just trying to impress.
Absolutely. You need focus walls. I am so excited with the wallpaper coming back. I love wallpaper. Color, at least pops of color. Maybe a focus wall being a different color. Different woods in a kitchen, no longer just all one cabinet color. A mix of stone with wood and some sheetrock here and there. Just a wow factor.
We see a lot of folks coming in to replace their triple doors, the single door with the two side lights, replace them with double doors. Have you seen much of that going on?
Not so much. I see more double doors on new builds than I do in the remodels.
Okay.
Yeah, especially if it's a triple door like you're talking about that was kind of modern looking already. They might keep that, but as far as some of the old bevel glass and ovals and half ovals, those are kind of going out.
Okay.
Straight lines are in.
Straight lines are in,
Yeah.
like shaker styles and
That's getting really
craftsman.
big.
Yeah. Okay.
A lot of what I'm seeing for front doors are wood. I don't see a lot of iron. Those are more in our really, $1 million new builds. There's always going to be some fiberglass, but really the custom doors are usually wood.
Nice. All right, so we're in our vanity section right now. What are you seeing in the way of people remodeling their bathrooms?
Undermounted sinks or drop-ins. I'm not seeing too many of the basin. If you're going to remodel and you don't do solid surface, you're wasting your time. They see like a laminate countertop in the photos. Even a lot of them will not go in. And back to the front door, I've had people that are reselling do not realize the front door is the first glimpse into the home. And if they get to the front door and there's spider webs everywhere, the glass is broken on the side lights. I've had people, if they're not going to take care of the front, then they don't think they'll take care of the inside.
Yeah, that makes sense. Now, you were mentioning in terms of cabinetry, people are going away from, what did you call it, the gray?
Well, agreeable gray was the paint color. Yeah, when I first started in like 2021, that was the most popular color, and it was for several years. And that's when you'd go into a house, no matter if it was in Atlanta, Jasper, or Blue Ridge, and the decor would all be gray and white. It looked like a clinic. It looked like you're going to get your rabies shot or something. But now people are going away from that. As far as cabinetry, I've seen a lot of people that will do beautiful, really expensive cabinetry, like in the upstairs bedrooms. But if there's a bathroom in the basement, they don't spend as much, and the clients notice, and they don't like that. They're like, "Why did they stop?" And talking about trends, basement ceilings. If they're the old drop ceilings, you got to get those out.
Oh, wow.
You got to get those out.
So what are they going with, exposed pipes and stuff?
Some people do that and they'll paint it all black, but the more popular is either sheetrock or tongue and groove.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's a lot of work.
Yeah, but I mean, there's right now, especially in LJ, it's going into a buyer's market because there's more sellers than there are buyers. So you got to make it stand out.
Right. Now, one of the colors that we're selling a lot of is like a soft grayish green.
Oh yeah, green's huge.
Green's huge now.
I remodeled a house 2 years ago, and a fireplace and 2 cabinets I did forgot the green color, but it's kind of sagey.
Yeah, we've got a sage green that we just brought in.
It's gorgeous. And I have clients. She's actually a realtor in Florida, and he's a broker, and they're looking for a home, and they are shocked. All the new builds, even expensive $1 million homes, are basically using the luxury vinyl.
Wow.
It's just more durable. You know, it's easy to pop out and replace if you need to. Where hardwoods, you know, if you get stains or whatever, you've got to totally refinish not just that area, but the entire floor.
Luxury vinyl plank. Well, that works in our favor. We've got a lot of that. Now, we were looking at our tubs earlier. People doing standalone tubs?
Yes, they're awesome. The only tubs I'm seeing that are actually built in are the ones in secondary bathrooms with a shower. But a lot of people are only doing the standalone tub in the primary bath, and then the other bathrooms only have tiled showers. Tile is big, colored tiles with and not just one tile everywhere, a mixture, like the river rock on the floor, subway green and subway like cream. It's really pretty. I just love seeing all the different ways to mix it up and make it unique.
One of the big takeaways from our discussion is the clean, gray, white, neutral, just let the buyer do their thing to it is kind of out the window because it just blends into the background.
And it takes more time, but again, you gotta stand out. I found out some people cannot picture what it could be. Even if you tell them, you have to actually show them pictures. Yeah.
Have you ever used AI in that regard?
Yes.
Creating something?
Yeah. I use AI for everything.
I've used it to take a picture of a door and put it on somebody's house for them so they can visualize what that door is going to look like.
Yep. I sent somebody how their yard should look the other day.
Nice. Now, we talked briefly about windows, and windows is something you're still learning about, but you have noticed that grids are going out.
Oh, yeah. I've never liked grids. I told you, I built my house in 99, and there's no grids in that house. They're just wide open, big, huge windows. Especially up in the mountains, you want to see the view. Right. So you don't want to all these grids in your way. I do notice a lot of the patio doors have the blinds built into them. Those are great. But then again, you know, the 6-panel doors are kind of old-fashioned looking compared to all the shaker style. And a lot, like I said, a lot of them are black now, even on the interior, or a deep gray or blue. Blue's big, and green.
What else you got?
Don't be afraid of paint. Paint, you can. It's like hair. My sociology teacher in college said, when you raise your children, don't let hair be an issue. It will grow back. Color is the same way, and wallpaper is not like it was 30 years ago. It's much easier to install. Color is dopamine. I don't mean like blast your house with 1,000 colors, but just touches of color here and there. Throw pillows, those are easy to incorporate some color. Curtains, they make a difference. They soften everything. They make it homey. That's what people are looking for, is cozy, homey. They want to feel like their family can be there.
You've never been into Builder Surplus before. How'd you find out about us?
On TikTok.
That's fantastic.
That was a fun interview. A special thank you to Lori Chastain. And if you'd like to follow her on TikTok, you can find her at North GA Realtor Lori. Thanks for watching. Builder Surplus, smashing high prices. Yeah!